you for joining into the show today. First, we're going to start off with some breaking news. A shipping container in Baltimore, Maryland, crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge and it imploded. People on the bridge at the time, at the original story came out, there was 20 people on the bridge. Now, when I listened to the press briefing a little while ago, they said they've recovered 7 people. 2 of them they still haven't found yet, but I am going to first I'm going to show you the email bridge itself when it collapsed, and then we're going to go to some live feed here. So watch this first when you can see it, and you can see back in there and how it collapsed onto the shipping container. How they did not see this, I will never know. But it's a travesty. There was people on this bridge at the time it collapsed. So how these people on there did not see this, the pier of this bridge, and it totally collapsed right on top of it. You see on top of it there. It's a shame. And then there was people on there probably walking to work or at work or whatever. And they went into the water. They said that one person refused treatment, said they were not hurt. And one of them was seriously hurt. And it's just a shame. But I'm going to let you look at some of the live feed going on right now. And let me know if you have any trouble hearing this or seeing this. And I'll show you what's going on right now.
About 7 to 10 people, they think, on the bridge. We know 2 people were rescued. One of them refused treatment. The other seriously injured. The crew is still on board in communication with the Coast Guard. They have not yet been able to board the ship, and no one will speculate at this point if there was any intentional action. Although we did hear from Maryland Transportation Secretary Paul Wiedefeld that there is no indication that this might have been an intentional act. But the investigation is continuing. But right now, it really is the divers, the air assets, the sonar assets. It is believed that there are some cars in the water. Now that the sun is up, it may be a little bit easier for them to see, but they were using the sonar and they did detect some hot spots, some signatures below the water, some 40 to 50 feet below the surface, that they appear to be vehicles. Whether that is survivable, I think that is optimistic. Let's put it that way. The water is very, very cold, and those vehicles have been down there for quite some time. So unless anyone was able to somehow self-evacuate, somebody clinging to something, perhaps that might be a survivable situation. But really just a terrible, terrible scene here. And here's how Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott reacted to it.
The discussion right now should be about the people, the souls, the lives that we're trying to save. There will be a time to discuss about a bridge and how we get a bridge back up. But right now, there are people in the water that we have to get out. And that's the only thing we should be talking about.
And what we've also learned is that the ship was under control of pilots. So the Maryland Pilots Association says that the pilot is, in their words, the chief person duly qualified to navigate ships into or out of the harbor. So this would not be the cargo ship's captain. This would be someone who's very, very familiar with the port of Baltimore. This ship called the Dali was leaving Dundalk, headed out to sea. It was supposed to arrive in Colombo in Sri Lanka sometime in late April, and clearly it did not make it. It came to rest here instead. But there's going to be a lot of work here. This may take months, weeks, years before all of this is settled. But right now, it really is a desperate situation, a desperate search for the people who perhaps, with any hope, with any luck, may be trying to survive this incident. We do know that there are family members who have arrived and they've been taken over to another area so that they can wait for any word on their loved ones. We do expect another update sometime in the 9 o'clock hour.
All right, Melanie, thank you so much. We will continue to stay on top of this with any and all developments. And also
All right, a big thank you to Melanie Alnwick there with our Fox 5 DC team. We have been checking in with her for her live reports out there. As I mentioned, we do have Fox 5 DC and Fox 29 Philadelphia, as well as Fox News out at the scene. Now, I do want to show you just some of the views that we have from all over that area. If you look to the top right, that is actually zoomed in from afar, where you can see the container ship right there with the bridge laying on top of it. We also have that aerial view in the middle that is coming.
Okay, now you see that there's cars along that bridge whenever they crashed into it. And I wanted to start off with that to get this going here with this breaking news. But we also want to get on to Trump's bond was lowered by the appellate courts in New York. You know, Letitia James is not going to be happy about this. And she's probably fuming, and so is the judge Engoron, the corrupt people that they are. You know, they're going to be pissed off about this. And according to Trump, see which one we got here. Trump can pay a smaller bond in civil fraud cases. Judge sets April date for a hush money trial. Now, of course, the bond was around $464 million, and it was reduced down to $175 million. And everybody's talking about it, so I get on here, and I get on here because I can't get everything out I want on videos because they tell you to make them smaller, and people don't get bored with it. So I come on here live to talk to you guys, and see everything that's going on, to get your opinion on what's going on. So you guys let me know in chat. What your take is on all this. And let me know if you think his bond is pretty fair from the appellate court, or do you think it was lower? Me, I believe it should have been lower. Well, that's just me. I don't think there was no crime here. There was no victim here. And Judge Engoron and that Letitia James decided to take it upon himself to be real estate appraisers. Excuse me. And thinking they know what properties are valued at and what their worth is. When he was saying in court that Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate was not worth more than $18 million, when now they're saying, well, you need to sell that property down there in Mar-a-Lago because you can get $180, $200 million for it. But now it's okay to say, all right, we get $180, $200 million, but during the trial, it's not worth $18 million. So you see where the bullshit corruption comes in at. So this is why I'm on here to sit there and tell you and show you everything that's going on here, because the corruption is just far beyond anything else that I've ever seen before. Now, Trump says it will be an honor to post a $175 million fraud bond, baseball bond, after appeals court cuts it down from $454 million. Now, I did see on a video when a reporter asked him, how are you going to pay this bond? And he turned around while he was leaving and said, I'm going to pay cash. Now, I bet that threw the reporter right off because you didn't hear another word after that. And I could not find the video to show you about this. But it's these idiot liberal media people. You cannot get the truth from them. And that's why I do these videos, because I'm trying to get the truth out to you, because it's not showing. These liberals believe these idiot companies, especially MSNBC. They're getting on my freaking nerve. And they sit there and they tell you one thing, and it's, it's not the truth. So no matter what you see, you'll see a lie coming out of their mouths. What do we got here? Let's see. This one is Trump's $175,000 bond, Lifeline, branded an absolute travesty as Truth Social on Wall Street goes public today. Now, I'm going to show you this first. And I believe I got it up here. So it went public yesterday, and Trump netted a huge profit. Trump's Truth Social goes public. Experts warn $9 billion valuation defies logic. Got a little tickle there. But these so-called experts want to sit there and whine and cry just like the media people were doing. And I got a couple videos here of a couple of the people, and they're both MSNBCs. One has to do with this bond, and the other one doesn't have to do with it. And it was Gumby from MSNBC, John Scarborough, I think is his name. And I will show you those here in a bit. But I keep watching over here and watching the Baltimore bridge collapse to see if they're going to give an update or something. And I was going to let you guys hear it. But first, I'm going to let you hear this guy from MSNBC and how he goes off. It's about 1 minute, 34 seconds. And how he cries and whines and it just makes my head explode to how much of a crybaby these people are. So I want you to see this, and you let me know what you guys think in chat about how bad these lame news media is. So listen to this.
Do we even need to ask? I mean, honestly, this is so infuriating. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know if I care what the process is that these judges are arriving at. Whatever it is, it's flawed. I can tell you that much. I mean, David put it well. This is a different process for this person. We have decided that he gets his own private court of justice. He has a private plane. He has private clubs that he lives in. Apparently, he basically fashioned himself his own private militia to try to take over the Capitol. Now he's getting his own private system of justice. This is an absolute travesty. It would not happen for anybody else. Anybody else would be like, sorry, buddy, you lost. Pay up. For him, he gets his own set of rules, and then have this other set of judges just show up and just squish it. They just drop a bomb on this, and they don't give us any explanation at all. That's enormously frustrating, and I would say it's wrong. It just shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't happen this way. We deserve, the public, the people of the state of New York deserve better than to have this happen. This is, and we have to remember, that's who the plaintiff is here. It's not Letitia James or her office or whatever. Yes, they are our public servants who are doing this on our behalf. But the plaintiff is the people of the state of New York. And we deserve better out of our judicial system than to have something like this happen where we're not actually even getting to find out what the Wizard of Oz is doing behind the damn curtain.
I'm just beyond words with this idiot. This crybaby fool wants to bitch and complain and say a judge is fraud. It's flawed. He's flawed because he decided to cut Trump's bond down. The flaw is Engeron and Letitia James, the corruption that they have going. It's unprecedented that they have ever find somebody like this on a no crime charge, no victim charge. The banks were happy with the money that they have received from Trump. He's been a great customer of theirs. Didn't default on any of the loans, paid them back in full. And this is what you get. But it's okay for Joe Biden to be corrupt as hell, to take money from our enemies, to be on the take for how many years now, and on proof that he said on tape that Ukraine prosecutor needs fired or they're not going to get the $1 billion, which is quid pro quo, which is illegal. And on top of everything else, all the checks, all the money, all the Biden families receiving money from foreign agents, not registering as a foreign agent. It's not like 007 or anything like that. But when you receive, it's not illegal to receive money from foreign countries, but you have to register under FARA, the Foreign Agent Records Act, and report the money that you receive. But none of the Bidens did that. But this idiot wants to sit there and say, Trump's got his own rules. He's got his own system. Nothing ever did you hear about the Biden administration and the corrupt DOJ and the weaponization of this DOJ going after Trump. When something doesn't go their way, oh, you hear about that and say, oh, Trump has his own rules and the courts are all about Trump. And it's, tell me that you don't agree with this. Tell me in chat that you agree with what this guy just said, because this guy's a freaking idiot. And Trump has been behind the wall of lawlessness from the Democrat Party since when he came down that escalator to announce he was running for president in 2016. All these people have done since then has tried to get him on something. The whole 4 years that he was in office, what did they do? They held hearings. They impeached him on false charges. They have done everything they can to break this man. Now, again, they're committing election interference. And that's all this is about, because they know they cannot win any other way. This is just the way it is with the Democrat Party. They are the party of lawlessness. They are the party of divide. They are the party of racism. And it's beyond me that how they can get the majority of the black vote, knowing that this party is the most racist party you've ever seen. But this is the kind of stuff that I've been looking at. And this is why I wanted to go live for you, because to try to get the truth out to you guys, because you're not going to hear this from anybody else. This is why I do this stuff. And this is why I tell you to get out and vote, because this is what's going to happen. This country is doomed for failure. And we're already on that path now because of Joe Biden and the Democrat Party. So I tell you on all my videos, if you go back and look, you can go onto my Rumble page at Country Conservative, check out all my videos. I've got like 400 in there, I think. Share my videos with your friends and family. Get the truth out to them, because this is what's happening in this country. And we have to do something about it. If we don't do something about it, we're gone. That's all there is to it. But this is everything that's going on around here, and we have to do something about it. I keep checking on, seeing how many people we've got in here now, and I've got a couple different chats up. I got my Rumble page up down here. I got Twitter over here. I got the bridge over here going on. It's just crazy. But let's move on to, where's it at? All right, I told you about True Social going there, but I'm going to show you this other MSNBC guy, Joe Scarborough. This is hilarious. And I'm only going to show you part of it because it goes on for a little over 3 minutes. And I don't want you to hear it, but I want you to hear how big of a whiner these people are on MSNBC. We'll talk afterwards. Listen to this.
That guy becomes president again because, as you could tell, that guy lied time and time and time again. He can't help himself. Even his old fat Elvis, even exhausted, even with his mind blinking, even with him not knowing what president he's running against, even with him not knowing who the Speaker of the House was on January 6th, that guy still lost and confused and lying. He said, our borders are chaotic. Why are our borders chaotic? Could it be that Donald Trump said, don't pass the largest, toughest border bill ever? that the people that are actually guarding the border were begging Republicans in the House to pass?
And that Joe Biden offered to the Republicans bipartisan legislation.
Exactly. And of course, you had a congressman from Oklahoma, one of the most conservative, actually drafting that bill. So yeah, if the borders are still in chaos, it's because of Donald Trump.
Now you hear these whiner ass people, and it goes on even more. And this is something that I cannot stand. They're talking about Trump lying. That demented old fool that's been installed in that White House when they stole the election to put him in there has lied every single day of him being in office. The only thing that he hasn't lied about was that he was going to destroy Trump's orders, everything that he's done since being in office, especially with the border. And he did away with all of Trump's orders, stay in Mexico policy, all those, Title 42, the works, on day 1 and 2. And he's done nothing but lie since then. Because he said he's got multiple degrees, which he does not. He drove truck. He did not. He was on the front lines on 9/11 in New York. He was not. His son died in Iraq. He did not. I mean, I could go on and go on and on. I got a whole list over here somewhere, and it's not even the whole list. And I keep asking you guys to make sure that you let me know of all the lies that you've heard come out of Joe Biden's mouth. And these people want to sit there and back him on everything that he does. The CIA's covering up for Hunter Biden. All the alphabet agencies are covering up for Biden. I want to know why. Wouldn't you like to know? But I sit there and I see this stuff every day. And the corruption that goes on every day here with this Biden administration. And everything. Sorry about that. I keep looking over here, and I'm not going to put Secretary Pete Buttigieg, butt plug on because he's as bad as the liar as the rest of them. But they keep talking about the southern border and everything like that. And the Biden administration keeps saying it's secure, and we know it's not. We've got over 13 million people, including all the gotaways that have not been caught. And you saw the other day where the border got overrun by all those people, and the National Guard down there that's helping Texas got run right through. They got run right over by these people. And this is what the Democrat Party's allowing. And again, this is why I tell you about getting out to vote. And I've been covering most all of the primary elections. We've got one coming up here. Oh, shoot. Oh. We've got one coming up on April the 2nd. We've got Arkansas, Connecticut, Delaware, Mississippi, New York, Rhode Island, and Wisconsin. And I hope to be on there. I hope to do some more live feeds before then. I would like to go 5 days a week and get a little more consistent on my live feed. But I'm going to need one more week before I can do that. But I hope you guys join me for the live feeds and for the primaries, because this is how important everything that I show you, it shows you why this election is so important. This election is so important, and I can't even tell you how important it is. We have to get Trump back in office. He's the only one that's going to get this country back on track to where it should be going. Because right now, Biden's got this country going. He's going to be getting ready to crash this country. And you can tell by everything that he does with letting China run amok around here, with all these Chinese nationalists coming into our country, Chinese buying up land, buying up all these farms. It's just unreal what is going on here. I'm going to let you guys see this real quick. They're showing the bridge up close. Take a look at this. now that you can see where this bridge hit this, let's see what they're talking about.
Below. We know that several vehicles fell into the water, and at this hour, rescuers are searching for any sign of any survivors. 2 people rescued from the waters underneath the bridge, one of them in serious condition. That is according to the Baltimore Fire Chief, James Wallace. He said authorities, quote, may be looking for upwards of 7 people, but said that number could change. It was not clear if the 2 rescued were included in the 7. I do actually want to take you out to some of the tweets that provide a little bit more.
Now you heard that through yourself, that it's a shame that they're trying to find all these people that are missing from being on that bridge. Most of them were in their cars headed to work. I'm taking it. And they're within that water, and the water's still cold since we're not in the summer yet. And it's a shame what's going on over there. But I wanted to share that with you guys too, let you know what's going on. And share with you about the meltdown that these lame news media are having over Trump's stuff. But Trump does have some hearings coming up here, and I'll let you know here.
Email.
Come April, on April the 15th, Trump has a hearing on the hush money deal, which is bullshit also. It's not illegal in New York to pay hush money. On the 25th, it looks like he's got a hearing on his immunity case, which is another bullshit one, because all other presidents have had immunity. And I had somebody on Facebook or on Twitter, on YouTube, comment and say that no other president has ever done anything wrong to need immunity. Well, what this twit doesn't realize is when you have immunity, that's what it means. So and I told her, I said, every president has done something that they need immunity for, that, or they wouldn't have the immunity clause in the presidential records. You will not know if they've done anything wrong because they have immunity, unless corrupt people like the Democrats push an issue, bring it out into the public. Normally, nobody would push an issue and would say anything because they have immunity, so they can't do anything about it. But in this case, the Democrats are corrupt as hell and are trying to make up stuff to keep Trump from his immunity. So there's that too. And let's see, he's got another one here on the 20th of May on the document case. So they're trying to keep him from running for this election and becoming president again, which it will fail. Also, Hunter Biden's gun trial starts in June, on June 3rd. And that's the document case 1. So he's got a lot coming up here. And I think there was another one, and I'm not sure. I think it's in August, maybe. Let me see. I hope it's not there. But there's all kind of stuff that he's got coming up that he shouldn't have to be going through. This is a persecution of Donald Trump. And I bring it to you because of how important this is. So this is why I tell you on all my videos, get out and vote. I said this earlier in the video. Get your friends, your family, your neighbors, everything out to vote. And let me know what you guys think. I hope to go live, like I said, 5 days a week here, starting next week or so. But I will let you know. I will put out an advertisement letting you know. I also will put out when we're live for the primary elections, which, like I said, will be starting on the 2nd. And I believe Pennsylvania is coming up here too, and I will do that. And that's a single state day, and I usually don't do those. But Pennsylvania is where I'm from. So I want to do this because of the election interference that they caused back in 2020 by changing the rules that was illegal the day before the election. which required a vote throughout their committee, their house, which was not done. And the governor did it on his own illegally to change the rules before the vote, one day before, and caused an upset in Pennsylvania, which this is why we cannot let this happen again. We need the Democrats out of power totally. They can't control anything in the state, local, or federal levels. We have got to get this country back. So there's all kind of stories out here. Every day is a new day with the Biden administration, and we've got to get it to stop. So you guys let me know what you guys think. And here's another view of the bridge in Baltimore. They're showing another view, and I used to be in construction, and this is going to take months, if not years, to rebuild this bridge. And that is, like I said, that's a shame of what happened. I'm hoping they find all the people that were involved, get down to why and how this happened. If somebody fell asleep at the wheel, as it was early in the morning when this happened, so hopefully they'll get the truth to come out. You did see what went on in Russia with the terrorist attack there. Now, you always wait on this stories like this to make sure you get the truth out, because they did accept the I think it was ISIS that claimed responsibility for this terrorist attack in Russia. Now, if you don't think this can happen here, you're out your damn mind. With a open border policy that the Democrats have, with the amount of terrorists that have crossed this country, with the amount of criminals that we see every day because of the southern border, something's going to break off here. With our enemies have been crossing like crazy. Where are these people going? Where's the 86,000 kids that Biden trafficked around this country? Nobody's looking for them. You don't hear anything about it. Now, if you don't believe me, look it up. 86,000 kids were flown across this country by Joe Biden. Not a person can tell you where they're at. So this is what I'm going to tell you. You don't watch your children. What's to say that you're going to watch an adult? The border chief alone. And I do have that here somewhere. Let me go back here and find it. Biden's border chief has already said the amount of people. Where's it at here? Here it is. Now, the border chief says that terrorists may be among the migrants. And we could almost guarantee it because they've caught a few of them. But the Border Patrol chief, Jason Owens, is warning that some migrants coming across the southern border may pose a serious national threat to security. And I am no fan of Christopher Wray, but Christopher Wray of the FBI has also said this. But what's the Democrat Party and Joe Biden do? Not a damn thing. They want to blame Republicans because the border is not secure. Well, that's a lie, because the legislation that Biden put in to secure this for the border, I can't say secure the border because it had nothing to do with securing the border. The only thing it had to do with was putting more money out to hire more security border patrol agents, which sounds fine and dandy, but the only reason is so they can process these illegal criminals coming across faster and getting them onto our streets. If you turn on the news every day, which I know a lot of people do not do that anymore, they do not watch the news because they're getting lies. Except if you're an idiot liberal and you believe these people, they watch the news and they sit there and tell them what they want to hear. But you see murders, rapes, shooting, stabbing, people dying of fentanyl poisoning. Every single day you see something happening. And what's Joe Biden do about it? Not a damn thing. He wants to fight Texas on Texas protecting this country and their people. So what's that tell you? Democrats have just shot down a couple legislations that would protect people and to cut off these what was the one the Democrats voted against deporting criminal illegal migrants after they committed crime. They just shut that down. You believe that? If you guys don't watch this stuff, you're never going to see it. And I give bits and pieces of everything and try to get it out to you. But this is only doing this live stream is the only way I can get it out to you, because you can only get so much time in on a video and people get bored by it. And I watch here, people come in, they leave. But it's very important of what's going on and to see what the Democrat Party does. I don't know how else to tell you about getting out and voting. If your primaries have already went through and we have to wait till November, I don't know how this country is going to survive waiting until November. It's just crazy to me. But you let me guys know in chat or in comments, has your primaries already went through? Is this election going the way you think it's going to go with all the Trump legal problems? And they're all bullshit. Every one of them, no matter how you look at it, everything is a persecution of Donald Trump. It's all election interference, no matter how you look at it. And this is why we got to do something about it. I'm doing my small part. Normally, I would have another guy on here with me, Brendan from the Brendan Statler Show here on Rumble. But there was so much stuff going on this morning with the bridge collapse in Baltimore and the Trump getting his bond lowered that I wanted to get it out to you real quick. And I don't even know if he's working or in school or what. But I wanted to get this stuff out to you guys so you hear what's going on because of everything that has been going on. I must have paused my screen down here. So let me know where you guys are tuning in from. And I got Twitter up over here, X. You guys let me know where you guys are viewing in from. Oops. Trying to cover all this. I don't have a producer, I'm a small independent person trying to get the truth out to you guys so you'll see what's going on, because it's so bad out there. It's unreal. Biden's tax hike is coming up, and I've got a couple more videos. I just put it on video out this morning, but where did I put that one at? Oops. If you guys saw the tax hike that Biden has submitted, he keeps saying, he keeps telling people, because they're liberal idiots that believe him when saying taxing the billionaires, the top 1% is a good thing. It's not a good thing. Because if you notice when Trump was in office and he gave a tax breaks to the 1%, and people bitch about that. The 1% is already paying between 20 to 30% of the taxes now. When you give them a tax break, it trickles down to us. And if you see it in prices, gas prices, food prices, every price that you can name, you give that top 1% a tax break, they give us a break on all the prices. And you pay less money, you pay less taxes. But now Biden's putting through this $7.3 trillion spending wish list that is going to cost us a fortune. And I'm talking about the middle to lower class, because our prices are going to continue to go up, as like right now, fuel prices are going up. And I went and bought a truck a month or so ago, or a little less than a month ago. I haven't even made my first payment on it yet. And it's a diesel. And now the gas prices are going back up. I got rid of my first diesel because gas prices under Joe Biden were $5 and plus a gallon. We were up to 6 something for diesel. I got rid of it and got a gas truck. Well, now that prices are back up to $4 and something for gas, for diesel. I'm not sure what your gas prices are. Let me know in chat what your gas prices are. I want to see how bad prices around the country are. And I did see in California, which I don't give a shit about California. They could sell that state off the map, and I could care less. But their gas prices are anywhere between $6 and $7 a gallon last time they showed it. But let me know what you guys are paying for gas, and let's see how bad it is under Joe Biden. Your taxes are up, your gas is up, your food prices are up, your prescription prices are up. They feed you all this little bullshit, especially about the prescription stuff, saying that he lowered cost of insulin for diabetics across. I'm a diabetic, and guess what? He did not lower the prices. He put insulin in as a price negotiation. So there's another lie Joe Biden has said. So I don't want to hear it from you idiot liberals out there. You run your mouth, you go in there and you read one thing from The View or CNN and MSNBC, CNBC, all these idiot liberal sites, and you listen to them say one thing and you believe it. Then you go on social medias and you want to run your mouth. Well, you're idiots because everything that Joe Biden's telling you is a lie. If you don't think so, post in comments if you liberals have the balls to do it, anything that they said, and I will prove you wrong. There's no doubt about it. But like I said, there's so much going on with this Biden administration, and the things that are going on is just stuns me. And I could be on here probably 24 hours a day with everything that goes on in the Biden administration. Every day is a new example of, and I got a video coming out here in a few days of Kamala Harris and her word salad that comes out of her mouth is unreal. Now, I don't know if this is live or if this is from before, but I'm going to let you hear some of the stuff that's going on in Baltimore here real quick and see what's going on with this bridge collapse. Hold on one second.
Sometimes that's what we're investigating right now.
Is this unprecedented? Is it anything like this ever happened?
Not in Baltimore.
Sir, can you talk more about the workers on the bridge, what was going on, and how many vehicles you think might actually be in the water?
They were basically doing some concrete deck repair. We don't have the number of the vehicles.
Do we know who they work for?
I don't have that right offhand.
How long will the port be closed?
Too early to determine.
Are you still looking for 7 people?
A number of people. That's the one number that we've had, but obviously we're researching to see if anyone else was on that bridge.
Can you speak to some of the challenges, the freezing water, the current, the darkness this morning as you were searching for individuals?
All of the above, to be frank. It's a very, very tough situation. 1 a.m. in the morning, very little information at that time. It happened instantaneously, as you've seen.
Sir, it's been a number of hours at this point. What can you tell family members who might be watching about any hope that you will still recover survivors?
We actually have set up a facility for any family members. We have mental health professionals there as well, so we're dealing with that.
And are you ruling out any kind of intentional motive?
We don't see anything that relates to that at this time. It's an open investigation, but there's nothing that points to that in any direction.
The first calls after the incident come in directly from the ship. When the ship get there, who were the first ones to make the 911 calls to kind of alert you?
I don't know. I don't have that information.
Do you have any indication whether the ship lost power?
It's too early.
And just for clarification,
Sorry.
Last question, please.
Now, this was from an earlier episode, a briefing that they gave on this earlier, and I noticed he said that it was too early for the information that they have. So, but it is a travesty, and I hope that this was not on purpose. But if it's somebody fell asleep at the wheel on that ship, but this is going to cost now whoever this shipping company is billions of dollars with recovery efforts and rebuilding this bridge. And you see the cargo container here. They're showing a close-up of that cargo container that hit this bridge, and they hit it right on the pier that was holding that bridge up. And look at, they pan out how much of this bridge has collapsed. Now they'll have to go back further than just where it's collapsed and check the structure of this bridge, which a guy did say, I heard him say that they were doing some deck repair, which means that they were fixing the roadway on this bridge, which is not a stability issue as far as that goes. There's probably potholes and stuff. I'm not sure how old this bridge is, but people want to sit there and say infrastructure. Well, nope, this guy wouldn't have hit the bridge with this big container. It would have never fell. So you see how bad this is right here. So we're going to keep listening in for more information on this soon to come. But if you guys haven't seen or heard about this bridge that's happened early this morning, and I did not get out soon enough to be able to get this out as soon as it came in. So I wanted to share some of this with you guys while I was on here talking about Trump and his bond that was lowered for you guys that are just tuning in. And it is a kind of a break for Trump and a win. And he said he does have the cash to put down the bond now. But you know for a fact that that corrupt judge is going to try something. And that Letitia James, and I know it's Letitia, I don't care. She's a corrupt bitch, and they all need charged with fraud because there was no crime here. There was no crime in saying, hey, my company is worth this much, my buildings are worth this much. It's the bank's job to decide, okay, he's not lying, because the bank's going to tell you, okay, well, you tell me that it's worth $1 million, but our appraised value is only $100,000. They're only going to give you a loan for $100,000 because they want to make sure that they're going to get their money back if you do default on the loans, which he did not default on his loans. This shows another example of the persecution, along with all the other stuff that's going on here with Georgia, with the document case, with the what was the other one? You've got a couple, I mean, all of them that he's got going on. Every bit of it's fraud. And I get into little heated discussions on social media with these idiot liberals that believe everything that comes out of these people's mouths. They don't do research. They listen to what these people tell them, the lame news media. And that's another reason why I come out here and I give you, I do these videos. That's why I jumped on here today to do this live feed. I haven't done one since the last primary that we did about a week or so ago. And I want to get the truth out to you guys so you guys see it. You guys can hear it for yourselves. And so it just so happens that this bridge happened this morning, unfortunately. You never want to see tragedies like this happen. But with everything that's going on around this world because of Joe Biden, you guys got to see it. With the wars that are going on, you had no wars under Trump. You had lower taxes, lower gas prices. The economy was so much better under Trump. The deficit was lower. We're at a $35 trillion deficit now. That is something that our children are unable to pay back. It's just it's that bad. If you guys let me know in chat, let me know what your gas prices are. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I'd like to know what's going on today with you people, with everyone. I'm letting you guys know that I will be trying to do some more live feeds here a little more consistently. I do here and there. I do all the primaries. I'll be covering most of the primaries. Like I said, April 2nd is our next big one. I will be covering that. I've got to get some times out, but it's pretty much probably going to be around 7 o'clock, April 2nd. And we'll have Brendan Statler from the Brendan Statler Show here on Rumble. And on Twitter, I believe it's under Brendan Statler Show also. So if you go to his page, check out his videos on the Brendan Statler Show. And go to my page under Country Conservative. Check out my videos. Share them with your friends and families. Let's get the truth out to people. Let's get people out to vote. We've got to get our country back no matter what it takes. I'll repeat this over and over again throughout the whole show because it's so important right now. It's important that we get this country back. We got to get our freedoms are at stake here because the Biden administration has taken away. And I did read, and I usually don't do those. Let me see if I got it here real quick. That the Attorney General is setting up confiscation. Did I lose that? He is setting up confiscation centers around the country for weapons. And I don't know why I would have deleted that. But yeah, Merrick Garland, the idiot that he is setting up red flag centers to remove weapons, guns, whatever, from people that are supposedly dangerous. So now who's going to decide who is dangerous and who is not? That is the scariest thing available. Now they're going to try to violate the Second Amendment in other ways because they can't do it the way they want to do it. So they're trying to go around the laws to do this. But what they don't think about is they keep wanting to make laws after laws. Well, criminals don't obey laws. 90% of your weapons that are used in shootings are illegal. The southern border being open is allowing multiple hundreds of thousands of guns crossing into our country, illegal guns. But they don't want to do anything about that. Not only from the southern border, from Canada too, coming from the northern border, they have caught some weapons coming from there, but not all of them. And they're not going to catch all of them because you've got a couple million gotaways coming in with fentanyl, with weapons, child smugglers, gang members coming in that they have not caught. But they think, these Democrat idiots think, oh, we're going to make a law, so that's going to make everything so much better. Well, no, the only thing a law does is affect the law-abiding citizens like myself, the right to bear arms. And I'll be damned if I'm going to be somebody's victim. Hopefully you guys are aware to keep your eyes open for what's going to come, because something is going to happen, unfortunately. And it's going to take a tragedy like what happened in Russia the other day and what happened in Israel from Hamas to wake these idiots up. If these idiots would think about taking the illegal guns off the street, you start with the gang members, you start with the people that are selling guns out of the trunk of their cars in these cities. That's where you need to start. Mental health is a problem in this country. That's where you need to start. Not trying to make laws that don't work for criminals. The places that they don't think about, and this just shows the corruption and the control that the Democrat Party are trying to do. So again, like I tell you, this is just another way of control to control you and me and your money. And it's all about control with this Democrat Party, and it's about power. How do you go into a job that makes $175,000 a year as a congressman or a senator or whatever, and you come out a multi-millionaire? This is the kind of stuff that was why I tell you that we need to get out and vote. We need term limits put on these idiots. But how do you put term limits on people that control how long they stay in office? They shouldn't be able to control their own term. We should be able to have on our ballots and put a term limit like 12 years, 8 years, whatever, and don't give them a pension after 4, 8, or 12 years. Make them invest their money and make them make lobbying illegal. Lobbying is nothing more but a legal way to say bribery. That's all it is. But you guys let me know what you guys think about this. And then I'm gonna keep watching over here for the bridge. So you guys know what's going on with that. But they just keep showing the same things over and over again. They're showing the collapse on the bridge. We don't get no more interviews. They're supposed to be coming around 9 o'clock. I don't know if they will or not, but we'll have to see. But I'll be sitting there watching off and on all day today. But you guys let me know what you guys think. Leave comments and questions below. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will join me in my other live feeds. I'll give you a little bit more notice. Please share my videos with your friends and family. Get them to follow me on Rumble. I do post some videos on YouTube. If you don't have a Rumble page, you need to open a Rumble page. My YouTube page is Country Conservative 1776. Just write out the number 1776. Go to my YouTube page. That's my YouTube page. If I didn't say that, sorry. But my Rumble page is just Country Conservative. Follow me. Get them to follow me. Help me get my reach out a little bit further. So I think in closing, thank you for tuning in today. I hope I enlightened you a little bit of what's going on with Trump and the bond. And he said he will be paying it so the appeal can go through. He will break the appeal. They will squash this, I'm hoping. And this persecution of Donald Trump needs to stop. So again, I'm going to tell you in closing, please get out and vote. Let your friends and family, neighbors, everybody, help them get out to vote if they can't do it. Again, follow me on Rumble at Country Conservative. If not, Country Conservative, go to my YouTube page at Country Conservative 1776. Subscribe there. You'll get notified when I go live or when I post new videos, which I post almost every day. If I do more live feeds, I won't be posting just videos every day, but I hope to see you on my live feeds too. Next live stream for primaries will be April 2nd, probably 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you join me then. So until then, this has been the Country Conservative. I'm Charlie, and I hope to see you next time. Good day, everybody.